Brilliance Audio presents the abridged recording of A Big Little Life, a memoir of a joyful dog named Trixie, by Dean Koontz. Performed by the author.
Dedication. To Gerda, who shared the wonder and the loss, who knows that the pain was so great because the joy before it was even greater, and who had the courage to do it all again. Bliss to you. A spooky moment around which the entire story revolves. The spooky moment central to this story comes on an evening more than 10 years ago. Trixie, a 3-year-old golden retriever of singular beauty and splendid form, adopted the previous September, is in her 4th month with my wife, Gerda, and me. She is joyful, affectionate, comical, intelligent, remarkably well-behaved. Already and unexpectedly, she has changed me as a person and as a writer. I am only beginning to understand the nature of those changes and where they will lead me. January 1999. Our first house in Newport Beach, in the neighborhood known as Harbor Ridge, had an exceptionally long upstairs hallway. Because this hall was carpeted and thus provided good traction for paws, I often played there with Trixie on days when the weather turned foul. Initially, I tossed a ball and sometimes a Kong toy down the hall. One evening, the rubber Kong bounced wildly and smashed into a small oil painting, splitting the canvas. The painting was very old, and it was one of Gerda's favorites. When she noticed the damage a few days later, I fessed up at once. The dog did it. Even standing on her hind feet, Gerda said, the dog isn't tall enough to do it. Confident that my logic was unassailable, I said the dog was here in the hall when the damage occurred. The Kong toy was here. The Kong belongs to the dog. The dog wanted to play. If the dog wasn't so cute, I wouldn't have wanted to play with her. Hall, dog, Kong, cute, play. The damage to the painting was inevitable. So you're saying the dog is responsible because she's cute? I refused to allow my well-reasoned position to be nitpicked. I resorted to my backup explanation. Besides, maybe she isn't tall enough, but she knows where we keep the step stool. So because the dog had damaged the painting, in subsequent play sessions in the hall, we could not use the rubber Kong. Furthermore, I would not throw the tennis ball anymore, but would only roll it. I explained the new rules to Trixie, whose expression was somber. This is a valuable teaching moment, I conclude.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?